Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm Rahman bin Muhammad Suzuri, and today our group will present our project, which is about online second-hand shop. So this is the title of this project. Our beloved instructor, Professor Dr. Sisti Asma binti Muhammad, and these are the members of this group project. We have ZOLKHARNAIN, we have Rahman, and we have Muhammad ISMAIL. So these are the table of content of this project, and we are going to go straight to the project summary, first part. So what is this project about? So as the name suggests, online second-hand shop, we are focusing on developing a web-based application where people may buy second-hand products, which means the product like clothes and other things that have been used at least once by other people, and we are going to distribute it to other people who need it. So the objectives of this project, we want to provide users with an online platform where they may buy a second-hand products. So we act as a platform to sell second-hand products. We want to provide users with the ability to give away second-hand products for free too, and we want users to sell second-hand products at whatever price they wish. So we are providing the platform to the users. So the scope of our project, the second-hand shop will be available to users all across Malaysia. Our target audience are users or buyers in Malaysia, second-hand stores and thrift stores within Malaysia. They may use this platform from anywhere at any time. However, their products will be delivered to their customers only during working hours. So that is for the project summary. We go straight to the project plan management process, and I'm going to focus on the activity planning and the network model. So the activity planning, subtopic 1 is the work breakdown structure, WBS. So this is our WBS. We have the project here, the highest level, and then we broke down this project into 5 smaller tasks. The first one is market research, and the task for market research is focus groups, surveys, research analysis, and market research findings. And then for the marketing part, we have marketing strategy task, marketing plan, marketing collateral, which advertising and commercials are its subtask. And the third one is website development. We have design, coding, and maintenance for this task. And we have source, which includes auctions, consignments, and donation for the goods that we are going to provide to people. The last one is project management, which monitor and can control all of this. So that's it for WBS, online second-hand shop. Next, I'm going to present the network model for this project. So this is the activities our project are going to involve. We have a total of 9 crucial core activities. So these are the weeks of the respective activities when it should be completed, and these are the precedents. What activity depends on what activity. So these are the activity on arrow network model based on this table. So if we can see here, we start from 0 and we go straight to A. Why? Because activity A has no precedent. So start from, this is the node number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should have 11 because we have 9 activities and 2 of them, number 1 and the last one, is not included in this table. It's just a start and an end. So activity A, 1 week. Activity A, 1 week. Activity B, 2 weeks. Activity C, 3 weeks. So B, 2 weeks. C, 3 weeks. So we follow all this path because activity B and activity C is the predecessor for activity D. So this is the intersection of B and C. So which one do we put over here? We put the highest number. So we have 3 here and 4 here. We choose 4 because it's the highest value between these two. And before that, we start here, and this is the forward pass, the left side, and the right side is the backward pass. So 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 plus 2 is 3, 1 plus 3 is 4. So that's how we come up with these values and this value over here. So 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 2 is 9, and just do the same steps until we arrive at the final node, which is 27. So our forward pass is complete now, and we are going to do the back pass. We start the backward pass with the same value as the value written here, which is 27, and then we minus 1, we got 26, minus 3, we got 23, until we arrive here. 7 minus 3 is 4, and we pass 4 to both of these nodes, and this is the interesting part. 4 minus 2 is 2, 4 minus 3 is 1. So we put the, if in forward pass we choose the highest value, in this one we choose the smallest value, which is in this situation 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. So in conclusion, this is the activity on arrow model, and the critical path of this network model is, we see here all nodes with 0. So 0, 0, this is not the path we're looking for. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. So really the path is, the critical path is A, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. And it will take a total time of 27 weeks to finish this project. I think that's all for my part of presentation. I pass to Brother ZOLKHARNAIN to proceed with the risk management. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Rahman, matric number 1922617, and I will continue with our project presentation about after the network model, we do the risk management. So in our final project, which is the online second shop, we want to create a website. So we have to manage the risk associated with creating the project. So there's a few steps that are necessary or required in order to manage the risk. In the first early risk management is the risk identification, risk mitigation, and risk priority. So we identify the risk. So you can see here there's five risks that we identified. The first one is developing the wrong software function. The second is personal shortfalls. The third one is developing wrong user interface. The fourth one is gold plating. The last one is late changes to requirements. So as you can see from this list, we identified this first risk, and so we have to mitigate those risks. So you can see at the right side of the column, you can see the explanation to those risks, how we mitigate those risks, type of risks, like for developing wrong software function. You can see we do prototyping. Uh, this prototyping also can reduce other type of risks as well, such as developing wrong user interface, the gold plating, and for personal shortfalls, we do the training, so we reduce the chance of uh, inexperienced uh, inexperienced team. So there's low chance of some some step of the project getting delayed during the development process. The last one is late changes to requirements. This is for when the project uh, are asked by the stakeholders to add new changes or improve stuff. So we abide by the project scope that are already been documented in the feasibility plan. So any changes you have to be requested and take it into consideration the amount of time and the payment for the developers. So after we do the risk identification and mitigation, we need to know the priority of the risk involved in creating the online second-hand shop website. So as you can see in the table 3, risk priority, we list the 5 risks, and we list also the probability of the risk occurring and the total loss. So taking into the consideration of those, we do the risk exposure, which is probability times the total loss if the risk occurs. So from those risk exposure, we take the value from the risk exposure. The highest risk exposure indicate the most serious risk and needs the highest priority. As you can see here, the personal shortfalls is the highest risk exposure, so we need to take care of those as our main priority. And as you can see, the most minimum risk exposure like gold plating, we doesn't need to prioritize that much. Okay. So after risk priority, we come to risk causal mapping with intervention. What does causal mapping do? Causal mapping do from the risk from the list of risks associated with that, we do some kind of neural explanation. So we can see what step does the first risk uh, impact what type of situation, what situation does it involve in the risk, about the risk itself. So you can see there's a three main criteria of the risk, such as experts absence, inexperienced team, and the stakeholders demands. So this thing contribute to our main risk that we explained before. So what does the risk do? The risk do impact such as this one, these lines, and how to what we call mitigate this kind of risk. We do these steps in this line right here, and this step also makes the project have to be delayed. So what type of delay is it? Is listed on the last part of the risk causal mapping. So for each of the risk, there's the what we call risk exposure that associated with that. So we know that the highest risk exposure means it must be taken into consideration the highest. So that's all from my part.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Ismail, metric number 192235, and I'll be presenting our final prototype. So for our first page, we've got the login page. So the first thing the user will have to enter is their email and then their password. Since this is just a prototype, there is no verification process. So once we click login, the user will be led to the home page. So in our home page, we've got a few products to display, not all of them, since this is just the home page. Then all the products will be displayed in the shop page. We can go to the shop page by clicking shop over here. So once we're at the shop page, you can see all of our products. So in order to buy a product, the user will just have to click on the product that they would like to buy. Once they click on that product, this pop-up menu will appear. First, the user chooses a color and the quantity. So let's say we choose 1 and then click add to cart. Once we add to cart, we can also remove it and it will disappear. And another way we can add to cart is, instead of clicking quick view, we click the out on the picture itself, and we'll be led to a page with more details on the product. And over here, once again, choose a color, the quantity, and then click add to cart. Once we add to cart, this side menu will appear with this button view cart. So once we click view cart, we'll be sent to another page with the summary of our order. Over here, the user may enter a promo code if there's a promo code, or add a note for the seller for any special requests or instructions. Once they're done, they just have to click checkout. So once they move to the checkout page, the total amount that they have to pay will appear over here, and then they just need to enter their address and their payment details, the name on card, their card number, and their expiry date and security code. So once they're done, they may click pay in order to complete their transaction. Once they click pay, the receipt of their payment will be sent to their email address, and the seller will deliver the product to the user. So that's it from our group. Thank you for listening. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.